Can fiscal policy truly reduce a government's budget deficit? Imagine a government trying to balance its books like a household. If expenses are higher than income, it runs a deficit. The question is, can changing how the government spends and taxes really fix that? Let's explore how fiscal policy plays a role. Fiscal policy involves decisions on how much money the government collects through taxes and how much it spends. The main goal of using fiscal policy to reduce a deficit is to either bring in more money or spend less. But it's not as simple as just cutting costs or raising taxes. The effectiveness depends on how these measures are designed and implemented. From a Republican point of view, reducing the deficit often means cutting federal spending. They tend to target entitlement programs like Social Security and Medicare, along with discretionary spending such as defense and education. The idea is that controlling government growth helps prevent deficits from ballooning. On the revenue side, Republicans prefer reforming the tax system rather than raising rates. They support lowering marginal tax rates and broadening the tax base by closing loopholes. The goal is to make the economy grow faster so that, even with lower taxes, the government collects more money because people and businesses are earning more. Republicans also promote policies like permanent tax cuts on income and investments, which they believe will boost work, savings, and investment. They argue that a stronger economy will naturally lead to higher tax revenues, helping reduce deficits over time. Some proposals include tariffs or border adjustment taxes to increase revenue. For example, a 10% tariff on imports could generate additional income for the government. But these measures can also raise costs for consumers and businesses, which might slow down economic growth and make deficit reduction harder. Looking at real-world examples, the 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act cut taxes significantly. While it aimed to stimulate growth, it also increased the deficit by roughly $1 to $2 trillion over 10 years because the growth benefits didn't fully offset the revenue loss. Republicans argue that to truly reduce deficits, spending cuts need to be bigger than the tax cuts. They suggest making growth-friendly tax reforms permanent and trimming less effective programs. In the end, fiscal policy can help lower a government's deficit if it combines responsible spending cuts with reforms that encourage economic growth. Without controlling spending, tax cuts alone might make the deficit worse. So, a balanced approach that promotes a healthy economy while keeping government expenses in check is key.